the supercharger of the 21st century, Kevin T. Robertson, America's leading focus expert, here in Hyattsville, Maryland at Carolina Kitchen. It all goes down big, baby. Zane presents Make It Last Forever, the do's and don'ts of relationships by the one and only Mr. Keith Sweat. It all goes down big, baby, right here on the Kevin T. Robertson Show, where we're bringing the world into focus.
It's the Kevin T. Robertson Show. Just bringing the world into focus. It's the Kevin T. Robertson Show. Said bringing the world into focus.
See, I be the one and only KEV. I said I rock up on the mic, I most definitely interview celebrities from Cali to DC. I'm focusing, you know what I'm in the place to be. Put it down for my people in the community, empowering you with the skills and focus strategies. Accentuate the positive and block out the negative vibe. On the set, it's most definite slide. I cover red carpet, power, networking events. Represent using my gift of gab to uplift. My knowledge is swole, and the positive I'm in control. I teach the world how to focus on the goals. Check me out, what you watching?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the motivational supercharger of the 21st century, Kevin T. Robertson, America's leading focus expert, here at Carolina Kitchen, Hyattsville, Maryland, putting it down big on the Kevin T. Robertson Show. This man needs no introduction. It's the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Keith Sweat. Keith, how are you, sir? Very nice to meet you, man. Pleasure to meet you. Keith, you have a new book out. It's called Make It Last Forever, The Do's and the Don'ts. If you had the strongest takeaway from this book that you feel deep inside your heart that you want to share with people about building relationships and maintaining them, what would that be?
Make sure whatever you start, you complete. That's one of the most important things. Second thing, people, relationships, in a relationship, people have to learn how to communicate with each other. I think when you lose that and you don't know how to do that, it hurts the relationship. The relationship become something other than what it should be.
Okay. Keith, why do you think people have a difficult time being able to find that happy medium in relationships? Divorce rates are up to over 55% right now. Why do you think it's so difficult for people to stay together?
Because sometimes people get into things for all the wrong reasons. A lot of times a woman might look for a man of status. A man might look for a woman of status. So it has nothing to do with love. It's about, being able to be, complacent. And it's about a woman saying, well, I want to be taken care of. And opposed to saying, I love this man and I want to be with this man because I really, truly care about him and love him.
And feeling comfortable.
And feeling comfortable.
Yeah. Women's number one priority is feeling comfortable and taken care of. Absolutely. Keith, you've had an amazing career as an international R&B superstar, and you transition into author now. What's that feel like from going to singer, now putting your words and your thoughts on paper in a book?
Well, I just feel like basically I've been doing that in my music for years and years and years. So for me to transition into an author from doing music, and I do that on my syndication.
Okay.
So, being in 56 markers on radio, and I talk about apologies, confessions, and maintenance, man, on my show, The Sweat Hotel. Mm-hmm. It was an easy transition for me to make doing a book because I do all of those type of things, relationship questions. I've been singing about relationships forever, so the transition was comfortable for me.
Absolutely. Keith, I've been wanting to ask you this question since the days at the Capitol Center. They imploded it, right? They got a bunch of stuff around his stores and stuff now. Remember, you used to rock that joint back in the 80s or early 90s. You're also not just a songwriter, but an author, also a radio host, but you're an entrepreneur as well. What words of encouragement would you have for people that are trying to build a brand and make it last forever like your brand has done? What words of encouragement would you have for them?
Well, be like always know how to reinvent yourself. I mean, just don't focus on one thing. I mean, even though I sing, even though I've done music, I was a songwriter. So I've written a lot of my hits. I sing a lot of my hits. And I'm always, trying to reinvent myself no matter what. I've done reality shows. I shot a Drew Hill reality show called Platinum House. Mm-hmm. I executive produced that show. So a lot of things I do, I try to own everything I do. I own my radio show, The Sweat Hotel. I own that. Me and Zane got a dating site called TrueLoveMeets.com that I own, or we own together. So basically my whole thing is just doing things and building your brand, but make sure you stay in charge of your brand. Make sure you own your brand.
Absolutely.
Right.
You got to keep that tight. Keep. I got two more questions, man. I know you're tired. You got to grab something to eat. We're gonna get you out of here. It's all good. to be in the position that you're in right now, and to have the love and attention that you have, how does it make you feel when you still go on stage after rocking it after all these years, and people are still screaming from the hits that you did back in the day? How does it make you feel?
It truly is a blessing, you know. I mean, you can't ask for anything more. I've been doing this a long time. So to have the following, and the following come, again, from me reinventing myself. You know, when I came out in 87, 88, I had an album called Make It Last Forever. Then I put out Silk, then I put out Cut Close, then I did LSG.
Been working, baby.
And I produced 2 songs on Drew Hill, first album I done did, Mr. Biggs, which is Ron Isley. I done wrote for everybody, anybody.
Wow.
So at this point, you know, it's phenomenal for me to still be in the game and have the following that I had, and it just shows that the body of work that I've done is very well accepted by everybody and a lot of people.
Absolutely. Keep my last question to you. How much focus have you had in your career to achieve your unbelievable success?
It's been I've been focused on how I do things, when I do things, and you know, you have to stay focused. I mean, I don't let a whole lot of things get in the way.
Yeah, no distraction.
No distraction, and that's very important. You know, to stay consistent, move straight ahead. Don't be sidetracked. Don't let nobody sidetrack you, because you know when people see you doing well, they will try to sidetrack you.
No doubt.
Believe me, you know what I'm saying? Misery loves company. So don't let that misery come into your life, baby, because it loves company, for real, for real.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Keith, we definitely appreciate you being on the Kevin T. Robinson Show, man. Thank you so much, man. Much respect. Ladies and gentlemen, the book is by the one and only Keith Sweat. It's Make It Last Forever, The Do's and Don'ts. You need to go pick up this book if you want to improve your relationship. When I tell you we only do big things, Mr. Keith Sweat, they don't come any bigger than that. We only do big things, baby, right here on the Kevin T. Robinson Show. We're bringing the world into focus.
It's just so easy, but you need